What's going on? Coalport Carl. Another week come and go on. Hard to believe Friday already, but hey, it is. That's the way it is, you know. I want to start off by saying, I talked on Facebook this week, contemplated maybe wrapping some stuff up here in about a week and a half, 2 weeks, but had pretty good positive response on Facebook about not doing it, so this will not be next to last video. I'm going to keep doing them long as people keep wanting them, I guess. And that's the way that's going to be. I just want to let you know. It wasn't a personal thing. Some of you seem to think it was personal or a pity me kind of thing. It wasn't like that at all, I swear. What it really was I was looking at the numbers there on YouTube, and they appear to be going down from time to time, week after week, getting a little lower and lower. I thought maybe it just run its course, I wasn't going to be upset about it or nothing. I was just going to go ahead and bow out and go out on a positive note like Jerry Seinfeld did. Although the end of his show didn't really seem too positive to me. It's about the lamest of all the season shows combined. It was a great, I said that wrong, it was a good show all the way up to, but not including the final episode. Kind of left you not feeling real satisfied. But that's the way things go. Sometimes I guess everybody can't be pleased by every single thing, really. Sometimes things aren't really what people want them to be. Other times different people think they are what they ought to be. I don't know, really. That's just the way it seems. But I got a little sidetrack there. So anyway, long story short, I won't be wrapping it up. I'll keep doing what I do as long as you donkeys keep wanting her. That's what I promised in the beginning. And hey, I'm a man of my word, so I'm going to keep her going. Enough about that. I'm doing some work there this week for my buddies Ben and Bruce down there at Earth Energy Drilling. And they had me down there doing some side work, Of course, I wasn't running no equipment because I don't know, they didn't want me to let me get in there. I knew stuff, cranking it up, but I'd run and pick a shovel. It's what I do, really. Earth and energy and drill. What I do, really. So I've been down there doing that this week. Ain't too bad, temperature-wise, Ain't working up too much of a hotness about it. But I'll tell you what has been bad, the rain. About sick of the rain. Every day you turn around, it's raining. Never quits. Today hasn't been too bad there. Looked pretty good yesterday, and then Wednesday was a good day as well. But, boy, you get the rain there on the Monday, Tuesday there. Gets a little frustrating after a while. It kind of puts the guy in a down mood, It ain't good to always have it rain. Somebody said one time it can't rain all the time. I started thinking maybe that ain't necessarily true. Seems like lately it can rain all the time. I got down there in Hobbsdale. Back on Wednesday there, had lunch down there at Leah's Pizza. That's a good place to eat, really. If you never had it, I recommend you do it. They had good everything, really. I kind of like it all. But what I was getting at is I found out they're going to be putting Leah's Pizza up here at Coalport. I was pretty excited about that, I thought, well, you can already get pizza in Coalport. That's one thing. It is what it is. But the cool thing to me is Leah, he's got the big everything menu down there. The good steak subs. And he's got spaghetti and lasagna. I was asking that dude, I said, hey, dude, you going to be having the full menu up there at Coalport? And he said he would. Of course, he didn't say it yes like that. Yes, I would. He said it like that Italian guy would say it. But, everybody talks a little different. That's all right. I'm looking forward to having them up here. I appreciate it. Me and the old lady, we got engaged down there at Leah's, so it holds a special place in my heart. We're tied to knot with the old lady. Yeah, that's what it did down there at Leah's, got engaged. Put the engagement ring on a piece of cheesecake, how they did it down there. They helped me out. Pretty good dudes down there. So I'm looking forward to moving on up here into town. Thought it'd be a good time, really. I woke up on Wednesday morning there to 3 gunshots. I'm talking close gunshots. They sound like it's right outside my door there. I leaped up off the bed, Went flying downstairs, grabbed a 45. And dogs come running the door. I didn't want to take them outside because I didn't know whether I was going to come into some confrontation. Then shortly after that, the fire whistle blew. I thought for sure someone got cat or someone got sick of their wife or husband or something. I was going to get some news like that. But to this date, I ain't found out what they were. I'm just assuming they were a few pranksters probably cracking some off. Hey, I've done it typically on New Year's and 4th of July, but everybody gets a chance to crack a few off here in town. That's what we do with Coalport, really. As long as you ain't shooting at nobody, heck with it. Fire your gun if you want to, really. Really, that's what I'm saying. Plus, the way the drugs have become lately in this town, you're going to have to start doing it, probably. It's been insane around here, anyway. Every other house on the block, you don't know who they are, and you don't know what they're dealing out the door. I'm not going to get on that rant because I went on one last week about this town with that kind of thing, but it gets a little frustrating after a while. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And what else is going on, really? Hey, I had some trouble with the Cavalier. I put a new motor in it. So, of course, that ain't no big deal for me. I put a motor in the half-hour Cavalier. I've always been able to do it that way. Big deal's finding one. A lot of them Cavaliers, they tend to be back there in age now. A lot of motors on wore out, so I've been having a little trouble getting one rounded up on that. But I'll tell you what, find yourself Sunfire, same motor, really. Same motor, interchangeable all the way around. You can change every single part on them. I can take a motor out of Sunfire, tear every piece of it down. Every piece, every single bolt. Put it in a sack, and then take the same motor from a Cavalier, put that same thing, tear it up, put it in a sack, rattle that sack around, and just whip that all over the garage, you know. You know what I can do? I pick up every piece, put it back together, within about 45 minutes, have that in the car and running. That's the way I can do it. Or I can just look at the parts to know which one was bad and which one was good. I do that with most motors, really, especially the Chevys. I'm not as good with the Ford motors, but I really can put a Chevy motor together pretty straight up, you know. Hey, it's what I do. It's what I like to do. It's what I am. It's who I am. But that's about all I got to say this week. Hope everybody's doing good. Everybody's staying blasted. Still got just a couple shirts left, not that many. They slowed down on the way they're moving out the door, so I ain't sure I'm going to put another order in or not. I'll have to see how supply and demand work out there. But if you're interested in the shirt, let me know what size, and I'll let you know if I have her. And if I don't have them, and I get a lot of requests for a size I don't have, well, you never know. I might put another order in, you know. That's how I am. You can't tell what I'm going to do from one day to the next. A lot of people aren't that whimsical, but I am. So, yeah, I'll talk to you later. Please drink a lot of beer. Stay blasted. Later.